Alright, so welcome back to another Mugen video. So in this video, we're going to be checking out this thunder breathing that they came out with. And this breathing is epic rarity, just in case anyone was wondering. And after this, I will also go showcase the NEL REO from Blue Lock Rival. But anyways, now we're going to get started with the showcase for thunder breathing. Alright, so the first move we have is Asleep. I actually don't know what this does. Let me lock on real quick. But R, let's check it out. So you gain speed and you also gain Asleep. I don't really know what it does, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, M1 looks something like this. You get this like thunder effects to it, so yeah, it looks something like that. I don't really know what Sleep does, so just keep that in mind. And also your dashing is sort of like teleportation type of dash. Yeah, it looks something like that. Pretty cool. And your M1 looks something like this. Pretty sick. First move is I'm gonna actually move this dummy a little bit. Alright, so the first move is called Thunder Clap Flash. Looks something like this. Yeah, it's a simple attack forward. Pretty cool. Next move is called Six Flash. Looks something like this. Pretty cool. Alright, so you pretty much just launch them into the air. And I'm not sure if you use Asleep, if anything changes. I want to check it out. Let's see. Clap Flash. That does not change at all. Alright, we're also going to check out Six Flash. See if that changes. Let's see. Does not change really, so okay, looks something like that. And then 8 Flash, I also want to check this one out. Looks something like that. Okay, so it's like a 1 slash forward, I guess. Alright, so let's check that one out as well. So let's use Asleep real quick. But yeah, I really don't know what Asleep does. It's maybe gives you like a attack boost or something. That's what I'm assuming. So 8 Slash. Yeah, looks something like that. But yeah, keep in mind that you have to land your first hit for it to actually work. In my opinion, this breathing is honestly insane because like the moves itself is already crazy enough, but like you're just like going around like M1ing people and you teleport as well, which is kind of insane. But anyways, with that said, I'll pretty much play some footages right now that I was able to gather, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, so welcome back to another video. So in this video, we're going to go through pretty much any REO's ability. So his first move is called Charmeleon. So this move you can select any player, so I can select this player and they can copy any move they want. So yeah, let's say we copy Beautiful Shot, and that's pretty nice. So we can copy any move now, so it's not just random. Next move is called Close Quarter Dribble. There's also another one called Camouflage. There's also air variation as well. So, but I'm going to showcase Close Quarter Dribble real quick. So this dribble, I believe you need a player nearby. Actually, you do not. And then there's also a long pass ability. Long pass is pretty much you just pass your teammate, automatically pass your teammate. So just keep that in mind. Also, I have no cooldowns on, or yeah, pretty much no cooldown abilities on. Don't know why my cooldown is on for some reason, but anyways. So you can see that he also has a strike mode, which you can go into, and it looks something like this. If it works, there we go, you're now in strike mode. So you can change between strike mode or defensive mode. So strike mode, when you have the ball, it's called cross elastic nutmeg. Looks something like this, and you also have a shooting move afterwards. So yeah, this is pretty much like a curving shot move, so just keep that in mind. Your next move is called Camouflage. So this ball, it steals, like auto steals, I believe, a loose ball, or if an enemy has the ball, it also steals it. Let me see if it works. Yeah, it's sharing cooldowns with other abilities for some reason. I don't understand why, because I have like no cooldowns on and stuff. So, but yeah, let me try to showcase it like this, because then I just rejoin, and then I believe it works now. So let's use Camouflage. Yeah, it looks something like that. I don't know if it can steal. From what I saw in the Discord, you could steal if your team or your enemy has a ball. Let's see if it works. I guess it doesn't work right now for some reason. Yeah, I don't understand, but yeah, it doesn't work for now, I guess. We also have a move called Strike Mode. It's Stealthy Steps. This is the same move pretty much, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's just the same move and stuff. But there's another variation for Camouflage. So let's say you kick the ball into the air. I think you can... Okay, that did not work at all. Let me try it one more time. But other than that, that's pretty much it for like the base abilities. It's nothing too crazy, but I do like that Charmeleon. You can pretty much select any ability you want now instead of like getting it random. But anyways, now let's go through the Awakening, and keep in mind that your Awakening is different depending on if you have defensive mode or pretty much strike mode. So we're gonna put on defensive mode first, and we're gonna try out the Awakening, which looks something like this. Alright, there you go. So pretty much your C ability is still the same move, which is pretty much just it's still the same move, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, you pretty much can't copy abilities, but yeah, you can copy pretty much Awakening ability now. It's from the looks of it, at least. Let me see. Yeah, you pretty much can copy Awakening abilities now, so just keep that in mind, which is actually pretty nice. Alright, so the next move we got is, of course, Master Copy. You can copy any of these abilities. But next move is called Close Quarter Dribble, and I believe it's also like this Camouflage ability. It's pretty much the same thing as the base, so just keep that in mind. One that I forgot to mention is for you to actually use like this Charmeleon defense, you have to actually be jumping, so just keep that in mind. Let me see if it works. Yeah, it looks something like that. So you have to be jumping for the move to actually work. There's also Neo Serpent Redirect, which I believe is like a it's pretty much launches the ball away. Neo Tap Lift, let's try it out. Yeah, it's pretty much Nagi's ability, so just keep that in mind. And ball must be in the air to actually use that one. Alright, so the last move, it's called Neo Serpent Redirect. So ball must be in the air for you to actually use it. So let's something like this. It's pretty much the same ability as Aiku's ability, his like Neo Serpent thing, where you pretty much use your head to like get the ball away. Pretty much that's pretty much the move. But yeah, that's pretty much it for like defensive mode. Honestly, pretty cool, and he also gets this like Nagi shot pretty much. But yeah, the V move is still the same. It looks something like this, and you also have long pass, of course. Alright, but now we can also go into strike mode. Now we're gonna be showcasing the Awakening in strike mode. Alright, now let's showcase the Awakening one more time, just see if anything changes or not. And yeah, pretty much the move does change, so let's keep that in mind. Your C move, master copy, is still the same thing. Your V move is still the same thing, except now you're pretty much in strike mode. You also have this pretty much just curving shot, so just keep that in mind. You also have Neo Gyro Shot, which is a shooting move, I assume, because it's a shot in there. But let's try it out just to see what it does. Yeah, it looks something like that. It's very similar to, from the looks of it at least, it's very similar to Yuki Miya's, his like gyro shot. So something like that's pretty cool. And that's pretty much the other move. Alright, and the last move is pretty much the Neo Dragon Drive. This is pretty much the move from that Shido has. So I think the ball needs to be in the ground to use it or in the air. Let me try it out and see. And yeah, it looks something like that. It's pretty much, I would say, Shido's his like Dragon Drive, so he pretty much has moves from like other character as well. So that's actually pretty sick. But anyways, though, with that said, I'll probably end out the video here. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much Rio's kit. And in my personal opinion, he's actually pretty cool of a character now. But keep in mind that your master copy, you can't copy any not any awakening, but you cannot copy any master style. So like low-key, you cannot copy that, so just keep that in mind. But you can copy like any other abilities or any other abilities that other characters have. But anyways, with that said, I'll end out the video here and see you all in the next video. Bye guys.